Hi, I'm Kristen, and I am a supermom who has a job and also keeps my house in order as best I can. And I've been slowly chipping away at different spaces in our home. So one area that I've already done a little bit of decluttering and organizing and simplifying in is my kids' toy room. And today I want to tackle it some more. So when I first started out, we had this Kallax unit from Ikea already in here. We also had this one over here, and another one over here, and there's one that you can't see that's up here as well. So I've gotten to the point where most of this one's being used, parts of it are not, and I think I can get everything out of this small 4-unit one and over into this large 8-unit one. And if I can do that, then I'd really like to utilize these 4-unit ones that are not being used in my kids' closets to help keep them better organized. So we're going to go through and we're going to clear a few more things out and move some things around. One of the things that I did that's new is I got these clear bins. So these have been fantastic. It has prevented so much toy dumping. My 4-year-old, so I have a 4-year-old and a 14-year-old. My 4-year-old would just pull out these bins that we had to begin with. So we had these gray bins from Ikea. They have held up, they've been great, they were cheap. The issue is I can't look at this and see what's inside. So my kid would open it, dump the whole thing, find the one thing she wants, and then not put the rest of it away. She's young. Even older kids did the same thing. But with this, she knows what's in here. And she can see this is all dollhouse stuff. And so she knows all the dollhouse stuff needs to go in here. And if I'm looking for something that's not dollhouse, it's probably not going to be in here. So she doesn't pull it out and dump anymore, which has made cleaning up so much easier and so much quicker. So I have 4 of them currently, and I recently went out and bought some more. I might get one more set, but I found them at HomeGoods. They're Isaac Jacobs storage bins, 11.5 inches by 14 inches by 9 inches. And they are phenomenal. Let me see if I can get closer. So yeah, that's what you're looking for. I love them. They are the perfect size for Kallax, and they have been phenomenal. So I have these 2 more. I'm going to see what else I've got going on over there, and probably end up using these to finish off my storage. I whittled down the big toys. John from the Minimalist Mom, as well as a few other people that I've kind of like been watching and reading their stuff, have said like the big toys are not so necessary, and try to keep things that like spark more imagination in their play. And so we used to multiple dollhouses. We're down to just one. They love the dollhouse. They set it up in a bunch of different ways. So we're keeping the dollhouse for right now. But we had tons of like big things. We have the LOL airplane back there, but we also have the LOL camper, and we've had other campers and cars and big Barbie stuff. Anyways, so I want to see if I have 2 more categories worth of stuff to put into there, and then decide kind of today, do I want to do anything else? Like, are there other things that I want to do with this space? Can I move this 4-unit and this 4-unit into their bedrooms? Or am I wrong? So here we go. All right, so first things I gotta do is I've gotta just like, this is my real life. This is what it looks like. So I'm just going to first do a little bit of straightening. It's not that bad for a toy room especially, but you know, you don't want things on the floor while you're trying to organize. You want your space to make sense. So. So, I've got this really huge HomeGoods bag. I've probably gone through and like gotten rid of most of the stuff in here that needs to be gotten rid of. But I figured I could use this for in case I find things, like for instance, this little sucker that goes with Polly Pocket stuff. Like, they never play with this. Do you do this to torture me, Mattel? Like, why? So, you know, this is going. One of the things that I'm starting to realize is that we have like some toys we keep downstairs because really the majority of the time our kids are playing downstairs. They come up here and play usually with their friends when they have friends over, and they have like a lot of downstairs toys that they use in our living room. I shouldn't say a lot, a very select few downstairs toys. So I pulled out this first bin and I realized almost everything in here is something that really goes more with like what's downstairs. So this is going to be my downstairs toys, and I'm going to put them in there, and then so they're going to be my trash, and I think those are the categories I need, but I might end up realizing I need more. All right, so far what I've got going on is these are all like Barbie-ish type of clothes, and most of her Barbies I think are downstairs, so I think I'm gonna put that in here for going down. I've got this really small pile of things right here that actually belong to my oldest daughter's room. I'm not sure how they made their way out here, but I'm gonna make sure they get back where they belong. My trash, some storage bins that I had been using, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep using, and I've got, this is going to be donated, so I should probably sort that in a bin. I'm going to put my donations in one of these library bins up here. All right, so we're just going to keep going. I just came up with a perfect solution for these. My littlest toy room or bedroom is just overflowing with stuffed animals, and she plays with them, which is great, but maybe not so great that she has so many of them to play with in her bedroom. So I think we might fill these up with some things from her bedroom and then move them out here to help her be a little bit better about going to sleep and not so easily distracted. So now I just kind of need to get all this stuff in order, and then I'll go tackle that. Since it's in another room, I kind of want to finish this off first and then go deal with it. So most of these are in great shape. You can see how this one's like a little bowed. I'm gonna try to find the 4 that are in the best shape and put them back in this. Okay, so now, pretty sure I'm done. I'm gonna donate these two and see if anyone wants both these gray things. And this gray one is full of just some toys that my kids are just outgrown. They're not playing with them. They need to go. This is all trash. I can't believe after going through this room so many times, I'm still finding this much trash. And then I've got 2 open spaces over there, and I'm going to see if I can sort what's in my daughter's room, which I'm going to show you in a second, to see if I can get some of the things that are in her room, cluttering up her room, out of there and onto here. So with that in mind, let me get these couple of things just shuffled. I'll give you a room tour, what it looks like. Everything in the bin right here is for this dollhouse right here. So it is the closest place it could possibly be. This one that's up top, I'm gonna put lightweight things in it. I'm going to put a lot of stuffed animals and stuff from her room there. All right, these are both Polly Pocket toys, and they go with this and this. So and this really, I'm thinking about moving it into my oldest daughter's room because it's really hers, and she doesn't like her sister playing with her LOL stuff. I definitely don't want it up there. It's just so big and bulky. Will it fit down here? It will. Okay, it has a hanger now. So this is also Polly Pocket, and it's close to, so Polly, Polly, Polly. All right. I got all of my little ponies into this little bin. This one's empty, but I figure, you know, there's probably gonna be stuff eventually that will find its home here. This is all Peppa Pig toys, and this one is currently empty. So I am going to now go reassess, look at my other places, and figure out what else I might need to move. Now, then over here, we have a kitchen area. All right, you might think it's pretty bare. It's because everything is either in this basket right here next to the kitchen, or in this area. Oh, and there's dollhouse stuff underneath the little play sink. My youngest, I feel like every time I think that this is done and she's not gonna play with it anymore, she turns around and surprises me, and it becomes her favorite thing again. It really encourages her to be more imaginative, so I don't mind it being there. And you'll notice that I need to do laundry. There is a large pile of paper, there's a large pile of towels back here, but I'll get to it. Oh, this feels amazing. All right, so this is Miss Maddie's room, and she's 4, and she is a collector of things, especially in her bed at night when she goes to sleep. So this room has accumulated so much stuff, and I need the opportunity to go through it without her here. And I tried doing it once already during spring break, and then something happened, and so here we are again. So let me give you a better perspective on Miss Maddie's room. So you can see she accumulates things on her bed, and over there, I mean, we had a storage system on this side of the room, and yeah, she did not follow it. So so she's 4, Madeline's 4. She needs things to be simple, and I just need to go through this room with her every now and then. But what I started out with was, I got these, and they're the perfect height to slide right under her bed. But she doesn't put things back and slide it back under her bed. She just makes a huge mess, and they're just all over the place. And what I don't like about them is, like, they have good structure up here, but like nowhere else. Like they're not really meant for her age group necessarily, and definitely not as many of them as I put into this room. So her closet's over here, and it's a very small walk-in closet, and I put the Kallax in there, and then I moved this that was in her closet out here. It's like smaller. I don't know how exactly I'm going to use it and if it's going to live there, and I'm just going to start working on this. So I've got to get the bed organized first, and what I've decided I'm going to do is I have 3 bins over here that you can't see. They're just out of the camera view. Let me turn it. All right, so I've got the clear bin all the way up front here. That one is going to be for the things that I want to go into the toy room in this new bin, or the other one. So I might have more than one category of stuff in here. We'll just see what happens. This gray bin is going to be for everything that I'm donating, so the one in the middle. And then the soft yucky bin that I don't like so much is where I'm going to put things that need to go into the toy room or downstairs that don't belong in her room, and that but my little collector, she just, you know, finds her things and brings them in here, and And, you know, I mean, she's the kid that when I do her laundry, I have to check every last pocket before I put it into the laundry machine, or I will run a load with a bunch of tiny little rocks in it. She picks up rocks at the playground. She finds all kinds of things. They go in her pockets. She just loves taking her little trinkets with her everywhere. And so, you know, she's got the, I guess the clutter gene. What would you call that? I don't know, but she is the one who, everything's sentimental, everything means something, and she's got a reason for having it all. And so, you know, she has a hard time parting with her things sometimes. Although I will say this, I've been doing this for probably coming up on about 2 months now, and she is really starting to get on board with, you know what, it's nicer when we don't have so many things. It's nicer when I don't have to spend so much time organizing all my things. And so she gave me some resistance at first, but now I feel like I've really got her on board with me. I just can't seem to do it necessarily all the time with her around. Like, she's helpful in areas where it's not her stuff or her toys especially, but when it comes to her own things, she wants to keep it all. I was so surprised when, if you watch the video on like going through and figuring out that one storage unit was going to fail in my kid's bathroom, it still drives me bonkers because it would have been so great if it had fit. But yeah, when I went through that and she was willing to get rid of and decide like which bath toys were going to stay and which ones were going to go, I was so completely shocked. But I tried doing this room with her earlier. I didn't record it. I just tried like going through a little bit, and then I thought, if it goes well, I'll get out the camera. But she did not want to get rid of anything. So I thought, okay, I gotta do this while she's not at home. So, you know, today is spring break. She's at daycare and I am home. So today is the day we're going to tackle this. As I said, I'm going to start with her bed, and then I got to deal with that other side over there because it is a hot mess. But here we go. We'll start with the bed. Okay, so the gray bins are not going to fit back into the space they were in. These, or into these, I mean, the gray bins will not fit in here, they're just too big. But this fits in here. Now it sticks out a little bit, but I'm okay with that. And maybe I won't have one on every shelf. I'm not entirely sure yet, so let's see. You know what, that works for me. Look at that. You can see the ground over here. All right, but one of the things I don't love over here is this bookshelf. It's just overloaded. So what I'm thinking is she's getting a little bit away from board books and into some of these other bigger books. And I'm happy about that. I'm really ready to graduate onto books that are a little more meaningful. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through these books and I'm gonna try to pick out some that I know she still wants to have access to, but maybe they don't need to be right here. And then I'm also gonna take, she does not like to use her sheets, even her comforter, but I really want her to get used to that because it's more normal. But you know, maybe she won't. So I'm not gonna get rid of any of her blankies that she uses just yet, but I'm gonna put them over here in these, one set of these storage containers, because maybe if they're out of sight, she'll try something different and use things the way they're supposed to be used. And then I think, so I've got 3 of those containers over here, and then I'll have like maybe one of them that I put like hair stuff in to leave on her dresser, and one to put things in to organize over by her bed, like just maybe like like her nightstand area, and maybe even just teach her that it's like, you know, if you're not sure where it goes, put it in there, and then when that gets filled, we'll deal with it together. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep going and organize this and figure out how I'm dealing with this, these 3 organizers over here. Also probably too many stuffies on her bed, but this one is one that my parents got. This one is one that Kendall made for her before she was born at Build-A-Bear. This is one from her aunt. This is one that honestly means more to me probably than to her at this point. My mom and I were walking through TJ Maxx the one day, looking for, we were Christmas shopping together, and Maddie grabbed this little guy off of the shelf and had the tail in her mouth before I could do anything about it. So I was like, oh, well, guess that guy's coming home with us. She just loved him, and she would hold him and be like, grrr, when she was a little kid. And I just loved it. And so I have this memory of shopping with my mom, with her. I know the memory is more than just this thing, but this might be a thing that needs to go into her memory box. So I'm gonna think about it some more. I'm gonna leave it on her bed because I love the moments when she does connect with it, but I'm not ready to part with this guy just yet. And I'm just not sure. He's kind of bulky, so putting him in a memory box, he would eat up a lot of room. So I gotta think on him a little bit. But today is not your day. You get to stay today, buddy. Okay? David? Yeah. Okay, just make sure it's you. So I'm done. It looks and feels so much better in here. I cannot wait to show you around. I cannot believe how much stuff she had brought in here from other places. And I bet that she'll do a better job sleeping in here tonight. So I'm gonna give you a quick tour of what it looks like now. And yeah, it's amazing. So here we are. She's got that bin next to her nightstand that she can put things in that she's not sure where they go. And we've got it down to just a few stuffies on the bed. And then her bookshelf's looking a lot better. Room to find the books that you want to find, room to get them out. And then over here, I have put in the top, like any hair accessories, hats, outdoor wear, things like that. In the middle are some board books that she might still like, but are starting to be a little young for her. And then on the bottom is her blankets, just in case she still feels like she needs them. And then over here, this is completely cleared off. And so there is a, she's collecting coins right now. That's what that Tootsie Roll thing is there for. I still have my pile of laundry here that I need to tackle. And one pillow that I realized doesn't really need to be on the bed. So I'm gonna deal with all that stuff next. But wow, what a difference it makes. Her room looks so much more manageable. I mean, look at all that space she can play in over there before it was just completely like cluttered and stuff. This is gonna be way more manageable. Totally 4-year-old appropriate. I am sure she's gonna love it.